Today we're reviewing yet another great RVing product. This one falls under the barbecue category.
What year is this? What year is this? What year is this?
2020.
2020. Yeah, 2020. It was definitely an unforgettable year, but don't want to wear out my welcome here, right? So I'm going to move on down the line. I will see you guys at some point in the future. Until next time, I'm Sean. This is Long Long Honeymoon, where we say, LOLOHO. What year is this? What year is this?
2025.
And I still own this t-shirt? The year is 2025. We have a long and storied history on this channel of doing backyard grill reviews. What if I told you that the secret to delicious smoked meats cost less than $10 and is currently in my right pocket? And yes, I am happy to see you too. I'm talking about this, my friends, a pellet smoker tube. These are available in 6-inch sizes, but I myself have a 12-incher. What? What's so funny? This is a simple stainless steel tube that is designed for smoking any kind of food you desire. Not just meat, you can also cold smoke foods like boiled eggs and cheese.
This tube was made by Love Erect, and it came from China.
You don't even have to have a pellet smoker grill. So if you have a gas grill or a propane grill, you can pick up one of these smoker tubes and you can add delicious smoked taste to any food of your choice using any grill. And you don't even have to add heat. You can cold smoke foods as well.
It's small, it's portable, it's just a great camping.
Let's start out by smoking some cheese. Those of you who watched my special Slovakia video earlier this year may recall.
Guys, I am having so much fun right now just walking through the grocery store. So many memories come flooding back.
Oh yeah, this is the good stuff, my friends.
The smoked Slovak cheese is the best. I don't know why, but in my opinion, some of the best cheese you're ever gonna have in the world.
There's one cheese in Slovakia that I absolutely fell in love with, and it's called Oštěpák. It is a smoked sheep's cheese. And I would love to be able to find that cheese in the United States, but it's basically impossible to purchase. So I'm going to try to simulate Oštěpák by cold smoking some cheese myself at home. I have here, inside this cheesecloth, a mixture of mozzarella and feta that I made last night. And supposedly, when smoked with alderwood, this mixture of cheeses will be very similar to Oštěpák, which is smoked with beechwood. And I've not been able to find beechwood pellets in the United States. The process is simple. We're gonna add pellets to this little pellet tube. Hopefully spilling as few as possible. A 12-inch pellet tube will burn for about 5 hours, which frankly is a little long for smoked cheeses. I think most smoked cheeses, you can have a satisfying smoke after 1.5 to 2 hours. To light the pellets, you need to use either a butane or propane torch. I have here a propane fuel cylinder. I purchased this from Ace Hardware but you could find these on Amazon, and yes, I will put a link beneath this video. And this takes a minute because the pellets will smolder. You got to really torch them until they're truly lit and will flame up, and the flame keeps burning. Just be careful not to torch yourself. Oh yeah, and again, I'm not turning on the grill. I don't need to turn on the grill. I don't want to turn on the grill because I don't want heat. I want to cold smoke this cheese. I have wrapped the cheese in this cheesecloth to protect it from ash and other impurities. We'll check back in 2 hours.
To make things a little more interesting, we decided to toss some cheap grocery store cheese onto the grill. How cheap? $6 for 2 8-ounce blocks of cheese. We smoked each of these cheeses for about 2 hours.
Two hours later, the smoking is done. You can see a few embers smoldering in here. There's some heat coming off this, but we're going to take the cheese off and put it in the refrigerator and let it sit for at least a day, maybe 2.
And you're basically good to go. All right, a day has passed, and strangely, I'm still wearing the same clothing.
I don't get it. Someone please explain this to me.
And we're going to do the big reveal and show you what that smoked cheese looks like in just a minute. But first, I want to demonstrate yet another advantage of the pellet smoking tube. And that has to do with smoking meat. We have here a nice cut of US Prime Grade A stamped guaranteed tofu. And we're going to cook it on our pellet grill at a high temperature. We're experiencing technical difficulties.
It really seems to get hot quickly. It gets very hot and evenly hot.
That's a little too hot. What in the world? You know what happened? There were some pellets down there that caught on fire that were underneath that fell down out of the tube. So, folks, don't let this happen to you. This will go on the blooper reel.
One small fire later.
As I was saying, these pellet smoker tubes solve a big problem with these pellet smoker grills, and that is at high temperatures, the smoker grills typically don't produce much smoke. Traeger, for example, recommends smoking meat at a temperature between like 175 and 225 or 250. Low and slow, right? And that works great for meats like pork shoulders and so forth. But what if you want to cook a steak? Well, a lot of times you want your grill hotter, like around 400 degrees or more, but not enough to start a small fire. So right now our grill is at 378 degrees supposedly. And let's look inside. Our little pellet tube is putting out some additional smoke. And today we have hickory wood pellets in the tube and also in the grill itself. And since our grill is hot enough, we're going to put the meat on the grill. This meat has been marinating in a combination of olive oil and Traeger rub for the past half hour or so at room temperature. So now that the meat is on, we're gonna do the tube steak boogie. No, not really. We're going to do the big reveal for the cheese, right?
Yes.
Let's see what that smoked cheese looks like.
We want cheese.
We're gonna start out with my attempt at recreating Oshtipak, and I will say I have honestly very low expectations about this attempt. I don't think this worked. For one thing, the cheesecloth looks kind of like the Shroud of Turin. I think it was maybe wet when I put it on there, I don't know. But here is the result, the pseudo Oshtipak, and I have to say it looks kind of like Oshtipak. We're gonna taste it in just a minute. Perhaps even more interesting will be how our cheap grocery store cheeses turned out. They're wrapped in cheesecloth, which was dry when I put it on, and I think that might have been the better call. Importantly, these cheeses are very cheap. We have a mild cheddar and a Monterey Jack by Kraft. So here's the big reveal about how they turned out. Well, cheesecloth is sticking a little bit, but not too much. So there you have it. And I smoked these cheeses for about 2 hours, and I mean, they look properly smoky. Maybe not quite as smoky as some others that I've done, but that's pretty smoky. So the proof will be in the pudding. We're gonna taste these cheeses now. They look good, and something I can't convey in a video is the smoke smell. We had these cheeses sitting in our refrigerator overnight, and now the entire refrigerator smells like alderwood smoke. So it definitely imparts a lot of smoke flavor onto the food. So now it's time to cut the cheese.
I've been waiting to say that.
No, no. Fortunately, we have no wine. It smells very smoky. This might be the smokiest of the bunch. Well, it's nothing whatsoever like Ostipok. It tastes like somebody mashed together mozzarella and feta and smoked it. So it's not like Ostipok, but it was a valiant attempt. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's good. You know, you could be served this in a fine restaurant and you'd probably think, la-di-da, best cheese I ever had. Now let's move on to the cheap grocery store cheeses. These are maybe most interest to me because I love the idea of buying a block of cheese for $3 and making it artisan, craft, gourmet, bespoke. Good, good. I like this one a lot. Nutty. Sadly, my cheese palate vocabulary is somewhat limited. This is the mild cheddar. Very good. Using a milder cheddar instead of a sharp cheddar supposedly allows you to taste the smoke flavor a little bit better. And that alderwood smoke pairs nicely with cheeses and also with apparently poultry and fish. Overall, I'm very happy with the cheese.
All right, the moment of truth. She's in from her 4-mile hike,
I just got back from a hike, so I'm a little sweaty and gross, so excuse me.
but she's eagerly awaiting a taste of this cheese.
Yeah.
So first we're gonna go with the Ostipok.
Cheese number 1.
We'll call it pseudo Ostipok.
It's very good.
She likes it. She likes it. So it's not Ostipok, but it's good cheese.
It's a good bake of it, though, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Monterey.
You like?
Very good. I'm impressed so far.
Yeah. So next we're gonna have smoked mild cheddar by Kraft. It is Kraft. Kraft cheddar. She's not a big cheddar fan, actually.
Yeah. Cheddar's probably my least favorite cheese, but I really like that.
Pretty good stuff, really.
Thumbs up. I mean, honestly, I think it's pretty smoky. Like, this is much smokier than any smoked cheese we buy at the store.
Right.
Even the fancier stores.
So that's it, guys. Yet another backyard grilling video here on Long Honeymoon. You know, on this channel, we try to do a grilling video at least once every 5 to 10 years. So be sure to subscribe and stay subscribed for years because you don't want to miss the next one, do you? Well, we have a wonderful meal to consume. Grilled smoked tofu and smoked grocery store cheese. So it is time for me to break out my magic remote control and fast forward once again to another year and another grill review. Where will I go next? How about 2030? We should have AGI by then, artificial general intelligence, and some wonderful backyard grilling robots. I'm looking forward to it. In fact, I'm gonna go see it right now. See you guys in 2030.
love reviewing products that I feel strongly about. Lies. I don't know. It's one of those mysteries. Someone please explain this to me.
In the future, we fake Airstream by smoking cheeseheads, string cheese, with alderwood pellets.